Grandpa, tell me a story.
Well, back in 1941, your old grandpappy was stationed back on the Pearl Harbor. Now, your grandpa, just like everyone else, was really surprised when those little Japanese airplane people came swooping in to attack. But your grandpa, unlike those other people who got scared and did run away, your grandpa bravely grabbed an anti-aircraft cannon and started firing in the air and shooting down them Nazis and those Japanese bastards. We little people were just falling out of the sky, kind of as if there was leprechauns in the... As if the leprechaun people were flying from the sky. Your grandpa fought bravely, but there were just too many. And by the end of the day, they had sunk half the American fleet. But your grandpa, being the man of steel that he was, swam down to the bottom of the ocean and grabbed the American battleships and pulled them back to the surface after eating his spinach. And it was on that day, standing atop the battleship of the USS Enterprise, he took the flag of the Americas and hung it high on top of the ship and signaled to the Japanese people, "You Japanese commie little midget bastards with your magical Lucky Charms, you will never beat America. We will stand upon your graves and we will shout for all eternity, 'We are America! We are the best country on earth! We eat shredded wheat and sausage for breakfast! We believe that pigs have the right to roam free across the land!' And to overpay politicians because they're smarter than all of us because they have a job that doesn't require them to actually do anything, but still make millions of dollars a year. Except for your grandpappy knows all about the politicians and their evil schemes to make millions of dollars on the backs of their workers. And it was back in 1883 that your grandpa decided to run for mayor of Chicago and clean up the town. It was a hard election. Your grandpa didn't get the Chinese or Japanese vote, but who needed those commie bastards running on his great abilities in the World War II and his legendary military status as a world-renowned hero and the person who pulled the battleships from Pearl Harbor after the attack. Your grandpa won the election of Chicago. And then he had to box Al Capone for the right to control the city. 3 days later, after boxing for 3 days straight and taking every best shot that Al Capone could give him, your grandpa knocked old Al out of the ring and became the first mayor of all of Chicago and controller of the organized crime racket. It was at that time that your grandpappy decided that he had had enough of the Japanese plans to invade, and so he grabbed the B-52 bomber and flew across the ocean and dropped the atom bombs on Japan to end the war. But then Godzilla decided that he wanted the piece of your grandfather. So standing on the tip of on the nose of his B-52 bomber, your grandpa gave Godzilla a 1-2 punch and knocked him down into the sea, where he still rests today. And that, Sonny, is how your grandpa married the Princess of Mars.